So, students all have asked me here at the W. They ask me, why can't I divide by zero? Does the world end or something? No, that's not what happens when you divide by zero. You don't divide by zero because it's a silly question. So, for example, let's say we have a tank that holds 10 gallons, right? And then I give you a 1 gallon bucket, and I say, how many times can you take 1 gallon out of 10 gallons? So, in other words, how many times can I take 1 gallon out of 10? Well, you can do that 10 times, right? You with me so far? Well, what if we gave you a smaller bucket, right? I can't really draw it smaller because then I can't label it. But let's say we have 10 over 1/2 now. How many times could you take a half gallon out of 10 gallons? You'd say you can do that 20 times. Right? Then I'd say, okay, what if I gave you an even smaller bucket? It only held a fourth of a gallon. Well, then you'd say I'd take a fourth of a gallon out of 10 gallons, and I'd do that 40 times. You see where this is going. The smaller the amount you take out, right, a tenth of a gallon, which you'd probably say at that point, why are you giving me such a tiny bucket to empty a tank? And you'd be right, you'd go get a bigger bucket. But for the sake of argument, how many times would we take 1/10 of a gallon out of 10 gallons? And you'd say that'd be 100 times. So you see this pattern where we're going. Now what if I gave you a bucket that had a hole in it? It held 0 gallons. How many times could you take 0 gallons out of 10 gallons? That's silly. You'd say, why would you want me to take nothing out of something a number of times? I don't know. You could do it 1 time. You could do it 2. You could do it and infinity. You could do it as many times as you want. You get the same result. It wouldn't empty this tank of 10 gallons of water. So it's a stupid question. You wouldn't ask somebody to divide by 0 because it doesn't make any sense. So if anybody says, you don't divide by 0 because bad things happen, well, no, it's just a nonsense question. So in that case, you want to learn other stuff like that. Here, we teach at the W, tell you why you shouldn't divide by 0 and other silly stuff in math. Come join us. Bye.